So game four, the Memphis Grizzlies at the Golden State Warriors. It was the Golden State Warriors game to lose, considering the fact no Ja Morant for game four, how relied upon Ja Morant was throughout this series thus far. It was literally Golden State's game to lose. And I wanted to go over the situation that led to Ja Morant's injury, his knee injury that he had. Um, a lot of folks think it was a dirty play by Jordan Poole in game three. But I think they were just going for the basketball, and it's just playoff basketball. It gets physical, and we could go ahead and just date this back to game one when Brandon Clark ended up getting fouled and Draymond Green ended up getting ejected, and then of course game two, excuse me, Kyle Anderson ended up fouling Gary Payton, ends up hurting his arm, causing an arm injury where he's gonna be missing some time. And of course, Kyle Anderson ended up getting ejected in game two and end up being suspended for game three. So then this led up to the Jordan Poole and uh, the Ja Morant knee injury, which I felt when the Memphis Grizzlies came out in game two, I felt like they were playing a little bit more aggressive in that game. They were literally going for heads. Like it was literally getting physical with Steph Curry, getting physical with um basically everybody that was touching the ball, Draymond Green included. But I felt like it's just physical basketball, and if y'all want to play that form of basketball, you're gonna get every ounce of every ounce of that kind of basketball. Like you talk about, you playing against the Golden State Warriors, multiple NBA champions. What were you expecting to do? You trying to, I guess, assuming they were trying to make a statement. That's just what it was. The Memphis Grizzlies was trying to make a statement, like we're not gonna back down, like, and it ended up catching up with them. And unfortunately, Ja ended up having to. We don't know the extent of the injury. He just missed game four. We'll see what happens in game five. But game four, 98 Memphis, 101 Golden State. Again, it was the Golden State's game to lose without Ja Morant. The Golden State Warriors at the beginning of this game just were struggling from the 3-point line. Just struggling. Like I believe like Otto Porter was like their key contributor from the 3-point line. He was like ended the game with like 4 for 6 from the 3-point line, with 12 points. But Steph Curry and Klay Thompson definitely were struggling during this game. You look at it, 4 for 14 for Steph Curry. Klay Thompson's 0 for 7. Clay ended up finished the game with 14. Steph ended up finishing the game with 32. But that's just what Golden State is able to do. Like they're able to find contributors from guys outside of their key players, like Andrew Wiggins, starting to become a star with the Golden State Warriors, 17 points. Um, like Jordan Poole didn't play well either, and like they just find a way to get contributors like Otto Porter Jr. Like I said, 12 points. Um, and they were just able to they were trying to get points on the board, but they definitely did escape with this W. They definitely did escape. They barely made it. They literally barely made it because when you sit down and you look at Memphis, how they came out in this game was they was gonna capitalize by playing big man ball and using Jaren Jackson Jr. and using Steven Adams. Like you saw on, I want to say, a fourth to the last play when Memphis was desperate for a bucket, they went right to Jaren Jackson Jr., who it was literally, if the Golden State Warriors want to come out here and play small ball, cool. We're going to be physical with that small lineup, and we're going to take our chances. And they was able to keep up with the Golden State Warriors in transition. Now, Memphis is not exactly used to them slowing down their offense, because they're a very, very fast paced offense where they like to get points in transition. But it was extremely difficult for Golden State to defend Jaren Jackson Jr. Um, 7 for 21, had 21 points, and then Steven Adams. They was literally playing through Steven Adams throughout the first half of the game, and they was the ball was being moved. The ball was moving around for Memphis, and they was getting some pretty good looks, where they was able to get an early lead on the Golden State Warriors. Now that like it goes back to the resiliency of the Golden State Warriors, where they're able to come out the gate with a slow start, and they're able to come out come out in the second half, and they totally clean that whole thing up and able to come back and win the game. But it's it's something to keep put the microscope on for sure for the Golden State Warriors when it comes down to these turnovers. Because like when we whoever you play in the next round, which if it's going to be the Phoenix Suns, you can't afford to be turning the ball over like 10, 15 times in the first half. Like it's got the basketball's definitely got to be efficient. 16 times in this game they turned the basketball over. So you definitely got to be efficient. Again, this was the Golden State Warriors game to lose. Uh, Without Ja Morant, this should have been definitely been a cakewalk, but they definitely did. The Memphis Grizzlies definitely did a good job making adjustments in this game, getting Jaren Jackson in the right matchups to take advantage of those matchups. But last game in Golden State next week. I mean, next game is definitely going to be in Memphis. This series right now is 3-1 Golden State, so they can go into Memphis and basically close the series out, and they can just wait and see what happens between the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks.
Nah, for the Bay. Nah, for the Bay. We don't care what you say. Nah, for the Bay. Nah, for the Bay. Nah, for the Bay. We ain't hearing what you say. Nah, for the Bay. Fire!